Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Rick and Morty, season 8, episode 1. We're back with Rick and Morty! That's so cool! I missed this show. If you don't know me, quick presentation about the fact that yes, I'm French, that beautiful accent that you hear right now is French, and the fact that I binge watched the first seasons of Rick and Morty. Like at first, I began the season 1 being like, well, I'm gonna react to the season 1, but that's all. It's really a little break time, recreation into the schedule of my reaction videos. I was really like, whoa, that's gonna be enough. And really, little by little during the season 1, this show gained my heart, you know. I loved it a lot more each time. And season by season, I fall in love with it even more because I began to get attached to the characters, because that's the kind of humor that I appreciate, and I was just spending a good time watching them, but also a lot because I appreciated how this show is written and the fact that yes, it's made to be fun, yes, it's made to have that kind of humor and all, but also it's made to have evolutions for the characters, and in particular for Rick. Again, if you're thinking about the Rick that we had during season 1, episode 1, who was such an alcoholic with drugs, you know, vomiting, burping, being also like that with his family, being disrespectful, I don't know how to say it, like the relationships that he had with each members of his family beginning of the season 1, and the Rick that we have now, who evolved, who changed, is still Rick, and he still has a lot of things to do to work on himself and all, but we really spent a long time with him and step by step evolving, and clearly his relationship with Morty helped him a lot, and he worked on himself a lot also about his relationship with his daughter, but also mourning, grieving his wife, and we had so many things with Rick which were so interesting, so good, which were also so deep and so dark, but put into funny episodes, cool episodes, weird episodes, the Rick and Morty kind of weird. So each season I fall in love more and more with this show, so that's why right now I'm so glad to be back with Rick and Morty, because I know that I'm gonna spend a good time. I'm also impatient to discover how I'm gonna have my characters back, like, where are they now? Did we have a time jump, a big one? What is happening for all of them? I prefer to warn you, I love Jerry. I know that a lot of fans hate Jerry for all kind of reasons. It's not a room, it's not a reaction video channel in which we're gonna accept, at least I'm gonna accept for you to vomit on Jerry. It's a no for me, okay? I really love Jerry, I'm protective with Jerry, even if I consider and I can see all of his defaults and all, but can't take myself with that. And for the others, for sure, like, yes, I'm impatient to discover what happened to them and where they are. I don't know why, I really have the impression that we're gonna have a big tab jump. But at some point, they need to grow up, you know. I'm thinking Morty at some point could be interesting, in fact, to have him growing up, so maybe a time jump between seasons, something like that. I know that this show has been renewed already for at least 4 other seasons after that, so we have a lot of Rick and Morty episodes in front of us, in fact. For today, it's one and it's already great. That's gonna be a good welcome back into the show. I cannot wait. For those of you who don't know it, I have a Patreon, and on Patreon for this entire season, you're gonna have these reaction videos with 1 day of advance, and you're gonna have them with the full reaction part, my reactions and my thoughts to the entire episode, and in full opacity. It's gonna be with the level 3. Rick and Morty, if you're interested only to go on my Patreon for Rick and Morty, it's with the level 3, full reaction part, full opacity. And it's the best way to support me if you want and if you can. I'm a little reactor, so each little help can be truly appreciated, truly useful, even if it's just for 1 month, even if it's just for the time of Rick and Morty. Each little help can be cool, and that's why I'm working hard to give you these advantages on it. Okay, let's go for this episode. Reminder about the fact that I still have an issue with my sciatic nerve, so maybe I'm gonna move during the episode, during the review. It's gonna be because of that. I prefer to warn you. If you're seeing me moving a lot, it's because of that. Let's go for this episode. I'm so impatient. I'm also a little stressed in the sense that I don't know where we're gonna find our characters, but I don't know also what the writers planned, and if they're gonna attack directly with a big, weird, a dark humor episode. Like, I'm not sure that I'm prepared. I'm coming back from 4 days of vacation, holidays with my girls, so I don't know if I'm ready for already, big, dark humor right now. That's gonna be interesting. Let's go!
And this just it.
Huh?
Chargers are very important, so never steal them.
We're ready to launch the device. Do we have eyes on my brother? No, ma'am. Then we're not ready. Come on, Morty.
What kind of tangent this is? Are you for real? No, it's another universe.
I'm alone.
I was too. That's how I like it. If you want to eat.
8 years? 10 years?
Morty, it is time to go. It's almost 9 p.m. back in the real world, and our exit will only work if Mom's in the kitchen pouring her bedtime wine.
Without me.
That's not how it works.
To come back into your real world, your reality. Okay.
What choice do I have?
We always had choices. Take some ownership. We're ready. Start the launch. God have mercy on our souls.
Summer, you were a big boss lady, remember?
Electrical grid. I win. The Matrix is obsolete.
Are you wearing the Matrix?
Shit, how long was I out?
Mommy! Get away from me, Rick! Rick put us in a simulated reality to teach us a lesson about taking his phone charger and not giving him back. Forgot about us for the Matrix equivalent of 17 years. I'm an emancipated adult and I'm in sovereignty over my mind and future.
17 years! That would have been a big tap jump.
Put that mind blower gun down.
Okay, obviously Grandpa took you guys a little too long.
Long enough to go to law school.
17 years!
Let it wipe me, Mom. I fell in love, ran a country, visited Argentina and the Philippines. I can't lose those memories.
I want to remember it too.
Dad, I think the
When
kids
you
should
were
be
all
allowed
by
to do
yourself?
whatever they want with what you did to the brain. Yes, I beat you, Rick. You mess with the bull, you get the 34-year-old horse. I'm gonna crush it in high school. There's literally no limit to what I can achieve. Student body president, valedictorian.
You were a big boss lady for the entire world.
Oh, Mommy, you're nipping out. Oh, come on. We don't have to do these teenage girl stereotypes.
Go home and change.
But-
Go on.
Huh?
I'll get you anywhere with me.
Oh my God, she's hyperprinciple vagina. Ugh, I'm just embarrassed I let them get to me. Those girls probably still believe people like them for their personality and that recycling is real. At least they're too dumb to do real damage. It's like blunt force trauma as opposed to a hot curling iron going slowly up her asshole. How I described my first marriage. You got married?
You got married?
The best part was I supported him while he worked on his music. A third mimosa on a Wednesday afternoon? Who are we? Totally turning into my mother.
Mm-hmm.
Goals. I love this version of you.
Can you really stay like that?
You were able to achieve so so much in there. Hashtag girl boss. I hate when grown women call themselves girls. Speaking of grown women, maybe it's time for a little upgrade. Oh,
For the clothes? Finally?
I meant for both of us.
Oh.
Do you just buy your shirts from Target, or do you also work there?
Ah, not sure that I like that a George Summer, in fact.
Okay, the struts were a little off. Picked up a few skills when I was inside. The Matrix? Matrix prison. Damn, Morty. Maybe I should leave you in a Matrix more often.
Yeah.
Hey, fuck you! None of this is real! Run!
Ah, that's how you got separated.
Any logic you still can and will be used against you.
Sorry, Morty, but one of us has to find a way out of here.
You let him go in jail? Morty is too... Do you still have that tattoo? You're truly a firefighter. You went into the army?
CJ.
Oh
You
god.
know what's out. That's not how it works. You gotta press it up against their head.
You just tried to mind blow me? It's for your own good! No, it's for your own good. I thought you were my friend, bitch. Friends don't talk to me like that.
Calling your friend bitch, it's a no for me.
Did you just hotwire that car? Yes.
What the fuck is Jerry?
Try her out. Charger spelled backwards. Q. What's it do? Pulls the charge right out of man's heart.
You're putting him in the Matrix.
Anyway.
Oh wow, it's getting out of control.
You wouldn't be putting people in matrices, would you?
What?
Because that's something you should never do.
Seriously, Morty? You're that uncreative?
Who? Morty? Is that someone you put in a matrix?
Oh, yes!
Seemingly unstoppable and pretty cool-looking vehicle is now heading towards a power plant.
Oh no, Morty.
Unstoppable death machine. Its driver, 14-year-old Morty Smith. How's the neti pot going, Summer? So good. I feel grounded, free of toxins.
Mom is back.
They place all lost middle-aged women in a residential pottery studio with
You're not
meditation.
middle-aged.
Honey, you shouldn't have to be a lost middle-aged woman yet. And the joy of being 17 is not knowing anything, including how hard it's gonna get. I just don't know how to be your friend. You don't have to be. You're
Just,
my dog.
yes.
See? Be brave. Oh God, I have to stop it. Mom, hold my calls. Mom. I like the sound of that.
And I still think that you need to erase their memories to be back to normal. Rick! Rick! But okay, you got out, but people in that matrix, like, oh. How many people did you kill?
Oh, she's beautiful, isn't she?
Oh,
Morty, I never had a brother up to you.
oh no. Well, that's it, you got them all, no?
We got him. Osama bin Charging is dead.
His last name was Motorola?
You were the only real thing in there, but I didn't treat you like you mattered.
Couldn't have known what would happen in that war.
But I did know, Morty.
What did you do?
There was only one way to make the charging science work. All the lithium we could get our hands on.
We got it.
We can fix it, right? We can fix it.
No one can know about this.
You fabricated these enemies?
It was a brutal war, but I knew we'd win it. Because we had you.
You fabricated these enemies, ils sont entire war.
You could have had a different life. I could have given it to you.
Lithium rich!
You were my greatest asset and my darkest shame. I know you lost a brother in there. Don't make me lose you. I'm sorry, Morty. You get to decide now. What do you want to do?
I want to go home.
Yeah, let's go home.
Rick, are you gonna... Yes. That's anti-radiation gel. Your tits and bits will thank me later. Oh my god, you saved us from the worst meltdown in American history? Yeah, I'm gonna leave this with you. Sign here. I don't see an option lower than 20%. There isn't one. I want to keep that gel on for a little while.
All right, is there anything else we need to do?
Go back home and Men in Black.
Ow! I'm gonna remember him, but I'm gonna miss you.
You won't have to.
But you got your tattoo even if you forgot about why.
Oh, jeez, oh no, Ricky, you gotta get this off of me. It makes me uncomfortable. You can do, pal. Made a promise to an old friend.
What the hell?
Probably won't remember me too much, but I just wanted to say, I love you, and you should love yourself.
Aww.
Your greatest gift and the
Ugh,
most thing.
send a text.
Oh
Yo, Trisha, what are we having tonight, bitch?
no! No, Summer! Ah, that was cool! That was cool to be back with Rick and Morty with this show. Where is Jerry? I was gonna say it was cool to be back with Rick, with Morty, with Summer, with Bess. Where the fuck is Jerry? You know that I love Jerry. I know a lot of fans hate Jerry. I love Jerry. You're not gonna change anything about it. Where the fuck is Jerry? And there is no real reason here for him to not be present. Where the fuck is Jerry? At the beginning of this episode, I was totally confused because during the intro, I told you about maybe we're gonna have a time jump. It could be interesting at some point, even if we have at least already 4 more seasons planned of Rick and Morty. Already we know that it has been renewed for that long. At some point it would be interesting to have time jumps because even if this is a comedy show, like it's weird fun, it's that dark weird humor that we love, no matter what, the writers are pushing the characters to evolve, to improve, to change, and we saw a lot of evolutions for them, for Morty, for in particular Rick, all of that. And maybe at some point it would be interesting to have a time jump. So, beginning of this episode, I was like, what the fuck? Maybe that's it. That's the time jump that I was talking about. But I was like, wow, that's such a big time jump. It's too much, no? Then they said 17 years and I was like, okay, way too much. But no, we had a Matrix situation just because Rick wanted to teach them a lesson for the phone charger. Typical Rick. That was cool to have Morty and Summer acting like adults when they were, you know, physically teens. Summer adults like that, even if at first I was like, boss lady, you did so great, you were so good and all. In fact, her attitude with her mom, at first I was like, okay, just you're friendly with your mom, maybe because you worked on yourself enough, you don't care about people judging you, okay, cool, you worked on yourself enough. But in fact, she was arrogant, she was badly talking to her mom, she was not really considering people around her and all, and at the end we learned that she used her brother for all of that. Okay, for good reasons. I understood all of the plan about the fact that she needed that lithium to find a way to escape from that matrix, and she knew that Morty was the best person to do it because he couldn't die, and also she was right. to do it in the sense that she had reasons to do things like that, but really I didn't appreciate that Summer at all. Someone that arrogant, someone that cruel, you know, in fact, with her brother. No, I didn't appreciate that. And for poor Morty, he appeared into that fake world, he went in jail. That was hard jail for him at first. He got his tattoo, then he managed to get out, but that was painful to get out, to find a new job. He made friends with firemen and they were really his boys. Then he went into that army with people who were really his boys, and he lost them all, and he lost so many friends and all, and at the end he managed to finish that war all by himself, but to finish his life all by himself, lost into the woods, into the mountains with his dogs. For that, that's great. I love dogs. But really like a lonely, poor, lonely guy. I want none of your lives. And I'm glad that for both of them, they erased these memories. I'm not sure that I understand why making that tattoo before erasing the memories. Maybe Morty was like, I want to remember no matter what. I know you don't remember, so that's weird. So Morty now is gonna have that tattoo, and Summer is gonna have short hair maybe for the entire season, at least the first half of the season, maybe. Beth was glad to be friends with her daughter. That was nice, but I think that she saw quickly the limits of it. She had a little for her during this episode, but not that much. Rick, same, he had a little for him during this episode, but not that much. It was truly more about Morty and Summer. Well, at the end it's Rick who is saving the day, but well, we're used to it and that was easy. Not Jerry, again, I'm sad about it. You know, sometimes we have episodes of Rick and Morty who are used to criticize things into our societies, to criticize people, stuff like that. I don't have the impression that we have that here. Maybe a little about the tips. We had that, nothing less than 20% of the tips. Something which is not happening in France. We don't have that system like that because in fact we are paying well or waiters or people, so they don't need these tips to live. The tips, they are really a bonus and it's not something which is forced and you're not telling to people you have to give me that amount. It's people who are deciding how much. And because waiters and all, they already have a salary, a good salary, they don't have to count on it that much. So, except for that little thing, I don't have the impression that we had something to criticize our society or anything like that. Maybe just at the end, that message that old Summer did to young Summer, it could have been cool to discover it entirely, but no, that's it. She's really back at being a teenager and she doesn't care about the lessons of life that maybe her older self could have taught her. Too bad. It's lost. Oh, that was cool. It felt great to be back with Rick and Morty, with this show. But I want Jerry! Watch me. I want Jerry. Okay, I'm gonna stop this review right there. Remember that if you want on my Patreon for this entire season, you're gonna have these reaction videos for Rick and Morty one day earlier. And you have on my Patreon the full reaction part, my reactions and my thoughts to the entire episode in full opacity and really without any cut. You have really the full reaction part, my reactions and my thoughts to everything. If you want this advantage, if you want to support me, it's on my Patreon with the levels 3, if you can be interested. Okay, it's all for you and for me for today, so it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Rain